Hi, I'm Melle Hartman, and today we're talking about defining success. Today's card is the Six of Wands. Now, this card is a winning card. It's when you've beat that level in the video game, but you haven't beaten the game. It's when you've reached a milestone, but you haven't gotten to the overarching goal. So you're like feeling the progress in a really real way. It's probably being recognized by like the people around you. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, but your work isn't done. So you can't sit on your laurels. You know that there is more ahead. Now, in our day and age, we have a lot of people who get stuck when it comes to like defining milestones and defining goals. Myself, I used to be a perfectionist. I say I'm a recovering perfectionist because I used to have goals that were so lofty and I would put so much pressure on myself that it would take a long time to get there and it would be very discouraging along the way. I mean, often I would get there anyway because I'm just that kind of diligent, like incredibly stubborn person, but it wasn't like fun to do it. And what I want to talk about today is how to make goals feel good in like right from the get-go, like how to make them feel good before you even get to the end of it. And one thing that I find is really common is that, I mean, you see it everywhere, especially on New Year's with all those New Year's resolutions. People make goals that are very, very objective and very much like numbers, and they have to do usually with something that is like similar to how other people achieve. So like, oh, I want to be able to run a 5K in 30 minutes, let's say. Okay, well, that might take you 2 weeks to do if you're in relatively good shape, or it could take you 2 years to do. And like, there's such a big discrepancy when it comes to those goals. It doesn't kind of give you an idea of what you actually want behind it. What's the emotion and why do you want to do this? Is it because you want to like be in shape, or is there some sort of like victory feeling of fitness or of like an ability? Like it's, I don't know, personally, when I'm running, I feel almost like superhuman when I can run and like I don't have to stop at all. It feels like I'm like a superhero character. Like, is that the feeling you're after? Because that's a pretty fun feeling, but you don't need to run 5K in 30 minutes to get there. So I find that sometimes those numbers are a distraction. They don't give us what we're actually looking for, which is an emotion. So one thing that I want to kind of like challenge you or give you the idea is, what if you redefined your goals emotionally? So let's say you want to make more money. That's a really common one. You want to make double the amount of money this year as you did last year. Increase your cash flow by doubling it. Okay, but what if you can find an emotional thing that will give you that feeling that like when just by saying the goal, you're already starting to kind of like feel the excitement of it inside of you. Now, I'm not saying it's not exciting to think about double cash flow, but what if you phrased it as, I want to be able to walk into the mall, into my favorite store, and buy anything I want without having to think twice. I don't know, for me that like sparkles a little bit of excitement right away. One that worked really well for me was, at one point I was tired of dating and I had done all those things where, you know, you make lists of like the attributes you want like in a person, in like a soulmate or whatever it is. I was just so tired of the whole like yearning and like wanting this amazing love in my life that I decided to do what a 6-year-old would do. I created an imaginary friend. I created this imaginary friend of this like ultimate love, and it was completely emotional. I had no defining characteristics because I didn't know what I wanted exactly in terms of physically in a mate, but I knew what kind of feeling I wanted them to generate. I knew I wanted this feeling of excitement when I woke up to spend the day with them. I knew I wanted to feel like loved and beautiful and appreciated. And so every day I would kind of imagine this emotional being or whatever it is, like imaginary friend kind of thing, and I would give it the emotions that I would want to be giving to this person. And that process itself made me feel bits of what it was like to be in my ultimate relationship. The cat is, what is she turning on? Do you want me to turn it off? Can I reach it? Can you do it on your phone? Silly Vega. She scared herself. Anyway, long story short, did it work? Did I find this love? Yes. He's standing behind the camera. And the best part is that not only did he generate that feeling, but the list of qualities that he has is not anything that I could have even fathomed before. If I had written it out like a traditional goal, I would like to find a soulmate with these attributes, it would not even come close to what he is. So I actually did myself a favor by creating an emotional goal instead of like an objective goal. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to take an emotion that you want to feel. Start backwards. Start with the emotion. Find an emotion that you are excited to kind of achieve, and then find a goal that would match that emotion. Try to figure out where you would put that emotion and rephrase it into more of an objective goal. See where that takes you. I hope this has been helpful. I'm Melle Hartman, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Hey, if the cats are learning how to use technology, use their computers, we're in trouble.
That's like one step above. Like next is AI. They're gonna be cyborg cats before we know it. Vega, are you a cyborg cat?
Oh, you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.